Hello, class. Many people believe that statistics is a branch of mathematics. But math deals with certainty, while statistics deals with uncertainty. And the thing is that whether you work in real estate, whether you will be an investor or a policymaker or work in the energy sector or the auto industry or utility regulation or be a sports handicapper or just be a functioning adult, you will face uncertainty. Lucky for us, economics has been humble enough to develop the branch of behavioral economics. This video is about behavioral economics. Behavioral economics is one of the few products of the social sciences that has had an impact that transcends the academic spheres. There's three reasons for that. First, the authors have outstanding communication abilities. If you read any of their books, you will enjoy them, finish them maybe in one day or two. Second, the authors propose an alternative to the rational agent, the center, the core of neoclassical economics, an alternative to that. And third, behavioral economics appeals to decision makers in public and private spheres. In other words, it's very applicable. Well, policies with a behavioral economic framework are very persuasive to a diverse audience because they are backed up by evidence, powerful evidence actually. And I can tell you that there's offices of behavioral economics in the United Kingdom. They were the first ones to have those. The Netherlands, Canada, India, Ireland, Germany, Sweden, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand, but also in the World Bank, the World Health Organization, United Nations. These institutions have used the results of science behavior to develop their policies. However, not only governments or public agencies have used behavioral economics. So it was July 2008. You might have been 10, 9 years old. There was a meeting in Silicon Valley where several people that you might recognize met. There was Jeff Bezos in the meeting. In July 2008, Amazon was not as profitable yet. They had no clue of how they would be now in 2021. Sean Parker had left Facebook and he had not invested in Spotify yet. Elon Musk was sitting to his right. Tesla was facing a financial crisis because the company SpaceX had failed to launch a rocket 3 times. Larry Page was there. He was in Google already, but he was facing a suit by Viacom, I think $1 billion sue. There was an ex-Google employee, a software engineer, Evan Williams, who had recently founded a company called Twitter. Well, that day they invested 9 hours of their precious time listening to Senhil Mullainathan, Daniel Kahneman, and Richard Thaler. Of course, they applied the knowledge to give their firms an advantage over the competition. And they've used behavioral economics together with artificial intelligence and big data to do so. Now, I am going to briefly explain what is this about. Daniel Kahneman distinguishes two families of cognitive operations in the human mind, fast and slow. The system one is intuition, thinking fast. It's automatic, it's emotional, it's intuitive. By the way, this is 98% of our thinking. System 2 is reasoning, thinking slow, deliberate, and conscious. That's about 2% of our thinking. So these authors call econs when we act under System 2, maximizing agents, and humans when we act under System 1. System 2 is the system you use when you choose your major in college. You research the alternatives, you evaluate the possibilities, and then you decide. Under System 1, humans can be myopic and impulsive. For example, they text when they drive, they vape, they forget their mask, They overeat. Well, humans leave important stuff for the last minute. Humans can be overly optimistic. Still, many times the heuristic of System 1 works well. System 1 will tell you to be careful in a dangerous situation, or will help you trust someone with a kind smile, and then you can have friends, right? However, heuristics uses experience, and as a result, it can have many biases and many mistakes. You can find a whole list of biases identified in the literature. I'll post a link to those. However, we are going to emphasize 4 biases for our purposes in this class.